to Hummus Foodie Friday. Today we are going to make Mexican stuffed shells. My husband had seen this. I think you were tagged in it, weren't you?
No, I saw it on Kathy Babb's timeline on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Saw it on one of our friends' timeline, Kathy Babb's. And of course, my husband tagged me and he's like, this looks really good. And it looks amazing, like it's a really great comfort food. So, yes, we got little Perry here. He's always here, our little mascot. So we started prepping a little bit because you have to cook up the meat and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna walk you through exactly what it is that we've done so far. So this recipe calls for some ground beef, some onion, taco seasoning, cream cheese, jumbo pasta shells, which I have Isadora actually rinsing off right now to get them cool so we can stuff them, enchilada sauce, some salsa, some cheddar cheese, and mozzarella cheese. So what I did is I already boiled my noodles al dente, so they're soft, but they're more al dente. You know what I mean? Sounds like some of our noodles are breaking a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Not a big deal. But try not to break them. So you boil your pasta shells for about 10 minutes and then you cool them so that you can stuff them really well. Start your oven at 350 degrees. So we're already preheating our oven because this is going to go in the oven. I did get one of my good pans, like a 9x13. It's probably a little bit bigger, but this is one of my big pans. It's a 12x10.5 from Pampered Chef. This is like one of my favorite type of dishes to do something in like this in, okay? So after you cook your meat and after you cook your onions together, then you want to make sure to drain that grease because you don't want all the grease in it. Now, if you have meat that's like 90% lean or 92% lean, you're not going to have much grease. But if you're using a hamburger that's 80%, 20%, then you know that you're going to have a little bit more grease. So make sure to drain that grease. And then you add in the taco seasoning and you stir and mix it. Then you use your cream cheese. So what we did is we mixed in the cream cheese with it and you cook it until the cheese is melted throughout and then we set aside. So, I don't even know what my soda is. Oh, there it is. All right, so then what we do is we combine our enchilada sauce and salsa in a bowl. So I've got our enchilada sauce right here. I just used 1 can. It's 1 can, our Hill Country. It's like a 15 ounce, but it calls for 10 ounce. But of course, having a Mexican dish and having a little bit more of enchilada sauce is not a bad thing. And then we've got some fresh salsa here, 1 cup. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna mix that together. Thank you. So we're gonna mix this together. And then you pour about half of this enchilada salsa mix onto the bottom of the 9x13 pan and you spread it around to cover. So I'm gonna get a bigger spoon so that you can pretty much take like half of this. All right, so we're just gonna take some and we're going to bring it over. We're just gonna kind of spread it around. Okay, this is gonna take too long. All right, so we're just gonna spread it around on the bottom of the pan. Can you come over here and show them the bottom of the pan? There we go.
I can see the bottom of it.
Okay, so there we go, perfect. I'm like, can you come over here and let them see the bottom of the pan? Hey, they can see it. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one of those jumbo shells. So we're gonna take one of these jumbo shells and you're gonna take one like big tablespoonful of your meat here, okay? So it looks like that. You just fill the shell and then place it in the pan with the sauce. And I'm thinking that we'll try to put them straight up, but I don't think they're gonna be able to be straight up. Kind of separate it. So what I did is I did a whole box of these shells. Got an extra box because this is something that this is something that I could easily make manicotti. I love making manicotti. I'm a big person who loves to make lasagna roll-ups also. Do we want them down or up? I'm thinking it's facing up. Then you put the cheese and all that on top.
Yeah, then.
Do you want to help?
No.
He's like, I helped enough already. Take a drink.
I'm having one of those days, folks. It's like the gears just don't want to engage.
There we go. So you're just going to do that with every single shell that you have. We're probably going to run out of meat. So at first when I was boiling these, they were smaller. But as you boil them, they do get a little bit bigger. So.
What, pasta? Dry pasta expands when it gets cooked?
Yeah. I definitely learned that last week. With the recipe that we did.
The Korean chicken noodle soup.
That was pretty funny.
Let's just say these noodles expanded way more than what we're typically used to.
We didn't have much juice. Those noodles really soaked up the juice last week.
Oh, but let me tell you, they were totally infused with the flavor, though. So
they were really good.
It was a win-win as far as I'm concerned.
And I think we still have a little bit left over yet.
Yes.
So what happens is, like, every weekend we're not having to really cook food because we have leftovers. So it's been really, really nice for that. I don't think we're going to have many leftovers of this tonight. I just have that feeling.
I think you're probably right.
Because I think this Mexican stuffed shells is going to taste more like taco soup for Isadora. So she's really going to go after this. And when she heard it was going to be like a stuffed shell that's going to taste like a taco soup a little bit with melted cheese on it, she was all over that.
Okay, folks, I've got a taco soup story. So, remember how we made that 5-alarm chili?
Oh.
And it was quite tasty, but someone saw it in the refrigerator, popped open the lid. Of course, it's cold, so it's not going to be as aromatic as it is when it's warm. It was like, oh, taco soup. So she gets herself a bowl of this. Come here. Now, she's all wanting to be in the video, but now that I'm talking about her, she's like, But, so she thinks she's getting, no, it's okay, Fran.
It's okay.
She thinks she's getting taco soup, and she's getting
that fire chili.
Spicy chili. And then I noticed this, and I'm on the phone with her, on speakerphone.
Stop it.
And so I'm just sitting there going, okay, I'm going to watch. She keeps trying to ask, is it what I think it is? Is it what I think it is? Of course, this makes Isis suspicious. And she's sitting there, she ate some of it. And I will have to say that it did mellow out a bit. So
okay.
that was pretty good. But yeah, needless to say, it was a bit more than she was thinking it was going to be in the spice department. But, so, It's one of those things where, ooh, taco soup. This girl will eat taco soup every meal, every day. I bet she'd have taco soup for breakfast if we let her.
It's kind of the same thing for me. I'm a huge goulash fan. I love my grandmother's goulash. And whenever she made goulash, she would make a huge, huge amount and always like call me and say, hey, I got goulash. I got goulash. And she'd always make it up for me. Sometimes she would just make up goulash for me when I was in nursing school. Because I had a hard time feeding myself when I was in nursing school. You know, it was just me. I was living in an apartment. I had bills up the wazoo. A lot of times I wasn't even paying my apartment bill. And I did a lot of dumb things in my 20s. And my grandma always had food on the table for me. Always. And I seriously don't think that she made extra. I just think that she just didn't eat as much. Or, you know, or Grandpa didn't eat as much. I mean, they ate, but you know what I mean. You know how some grandparents are? You know, they will make sure that their grandkids and everything are fed before themselves. Yeah.
I don't think you're going to need more noodles.
No, I'm just going to finish up the pan here. Because she'll just sit here and munch on the noodles. Freya actually will. She'll want the noodles. We can just put some spaghetti sauce with these noodles for her. As long as she tries one. As long as Freya tries one of these, then she'll be able to have the rest of the noodles.
I'll try
So I'm
one.
just gonna kind of move them over. We gotta cook it up, baby. All right, so now that I'm gonna do that, you guys, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick, okay?
And I'm Harry, right here. He's right here. And Isaiah. You don't know my name, Isaiah. Ugh.
The entertainment never stops.
I also remember that when my thyroid was removed, because I had cancer when I was 21, my grandmother had specifically made a huge thing of goulash because I didn't have the strength to do anything. Even though I had my thyroid just taken out, I was also underneath a high dose of nuclear medicine radiation pills, so nobody could be near me for like 7 days. And that really whacks out your energy. Like literally, I would have to crawl from my couch to the refrigerator just to get food. And so my grandmother made sure that I had food in the refrigerator, that all I had to do was just put it in a bowl and put it in the microwave. And God, I miss her. I miss her. I lost her just a few months ago. And there was just a lot that she, you know, did for me. And yeah. You know how those grandparents are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they don't steal a towel when you're looking for it.
No, I know. I'm always stealing the towel. But let's see here. Okay, so the rest of the enchilada sauce that we had and the rest of the salsa, we just poured and, well, basically drizzled it on there is what you did. And then all we do is...
You're going to cover it with aluminum foil and bake it at 350 for 30 minutes.
Oh, so no cheese until the end?
And then you're going to pull it out, take the aluminum foil off, and then top it with the cheese. And what we have is we have cheddar and mozzarella that goes with it. And
it's just what, a half a cup?
yeah.
Okay, half a cup of mozzarella and a 4th cup of cheddar. But if you're a person who really likes a lot of cheese, of course,
Go
you can
hog
do
wild.
more.
Just do whatever. It ain't going to hurt nothing. But what you do is when you pull it back out, you take the aluminum foil off, cover it with the cheese, put it back in, bake it for about 15 minutes until it gets all nice and melty. And voila, you are done.
There we go. All right, you guys. So like we always do, we will post the recipe in the comments, the link, okay? And actually, I don't think it's a link, but I'll post the actual recipe in the comments for you. And of course, when it is plated, Kenneth will take his picture and post that for you. So I cannot wait until you guys try this. It's gonna be, I know it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be a really good comfort food. So until my next video, stay true to yourself, be authentic, be genuine, show love to others, and of course, be kind.
Peace, love, and photography.